everyone, welcome back to our platform. I'm your host Lighton, and this is Us Together. Yes, guys, I'm so excited to be back today. Though we are living through very tough times. You have COVID. When you look on the internet, I don't know what happened. We've lost it as human beings, right? So today we're here to talk about everything Africa. We're here to talk about Nigeria. We're here to talk about the role of the young people. And yeah, I'm excited to be doing this episode with my friend, my Muslim sister, Zainab from Nigeria. Yeah, introduce yourself. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam. Hi everyone, my name is Zainab. I'm from Nigeria, and we're gonna discuss what's happening in Africa as a whole, but also we're going to horn down to Nigeria because this past few days has been really tough for everyone and Nigerians mostly, and we're gonna also talk about Africa, other countries, because so many other countries are going through inhumane things that we don't even understand what's happening right now. So I feel like we as young people, we have a huge role to play, and we're just going to discuss basically.
Yes, because again, we are the change we've been waiting for, and we are the future generation. Our motherlands are looking up to us, the continent is looking up to us.
Yeah.
We can't wait for outsiders to come and do something. It's upon us.
SARS, which is the State Anti-Robbery Squad, is a unit of the police that is supposed to combat theft, robbery, and things like that. It was just high crime rates when it was created in 1992, and so this unit was supposed to help the society combat all this theft and stuff like that. And so over the years, we've seen it develop into the very thing they're trying to combat. They've become the very thing they're trying to combat. Basically, it's these people are they harass people, they steal from you, they literally just profile you by how good you look, how what you wear, what car you're driving, the kind of hair you have, the tattoo and stuff like that. So they profile you and they try to extort you. If you don't have money to give, or you prove stubborn, they take you to the station. They beat you.
They beat you up?
No, not assault. It's basically right.
So they assault you, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So they take you to the station. They assault you. They beat you. They just for no reason other than looking good.
Right.
It really makes no sense. But this has been going on for so long. And some people are unlucky. Mm-hmm. They get killed in the process, right? And some. We find people
they literally pay a price they're not supposed to pay.
Exactly, for looking good. Right. It makes almost no sense to the average person. Yeah. And so even if it was in someone else's country, it doesn't make sense anyways, right?
Exactly.
And so
but at least your country should be the safest place for you to be, you know what I mean?
Exactly, yeah. And so they so this has been going on for a very long time. Mm-hmm. And so I think recently what sparked the outrage was someone who was killed. There was a video that circulated around of someone who was literally killed by a man, and then he just drove off, right? And one thing about
he drove off
exactly.
It's okay.
It's that is what they usually do. But the thing is now people are capturing, or people, they are able to become people are videoing these things, and so people are becoming more aware. But right. These things has been happening anyways, right? And so another thing I should say about these people is they have no uniform. They are literally they have no uniform and they have guns. So what is the difference between a SARS man or a SARS police officer and a
casual man who has a
gun, which is which is a thief? There's almost no telling apart, because the thief wants to get money from you and kill you. So does the SARS man, right? Or whatever lady or whoever it is. They just want to steal from you. If you don't give them, they kill you.
Right.
So these people are not they're not in any uniform. So it's, first of all, it's so hard to identify them, and it's you see someone with a gun, and he's telling you do this, right?
So I have a question. Do they have guidelines that they follow to stop people, or
to start with, right? The
With their
police,
emotions, like
the police as a whole, they don't really. They may have guidelines, but you know, with Nigeria, from what I know as a Nigerian, we're a very lawless country in the sense that we do have laws and stuff, but people do not follow it, right?
they're not really enforced.
They are not really enforced.
Like
Yes,
Uganda, so that's
yes,
good. Yeah.
exactly. So, they might have guidelines, but how do the people know they have guidelines? It's by what we see on the road. So we don't see them follow. We just see them do random stuff, random check, random. It's so randomized in everything they do that we don't even know what their control body is, basically, right?
And like people don't know how to protect themselves from them, kind of thing. Like you don't know when you're going to be stopped, because
Yeah.
you know, if they have a guideline, let's say they're following it, maybe they're like, oh, maybe don't be outside past 10. Now you know I won't be outside past 10. But if they don't have a guideline, then how are you supposed to know?
Exactly. There is no guideline, nothing. It could be, that is why it's even crazy, because it could be anybody, basically.
Exactly.
And yeah, it could be, so you can hear a story today and it could be you tomorrow, right? So yeah, so
my
basically,
question is, why do you think people are angry? Like, why do you think, like, because I see it nowadays, like in so many African countries, right? I feel like we've kind of lost our humanity, and I'm like, what's going on? Like, why are we so angry? Like, why are people so angry? Why do you think?
So I feel like the anger is not, it's not one anger, right? I feel like the youth, I'm talking about Nigeria as an example, right?
Right.
I feel like the youth, we are angry, but our anger is different.
Right.
Then the politicians are angry, their anger is different.
Right.
The police is angry, their anger is different, right?
Mm-hmm.
So all this, our anger basically is, we've had enough.
Exactly.
Right? Enough is enough. We like, literally, stop killing us, right? And now it's like, you know the word, we're woke, basically, right? Youths are woke to see that there's so much corruption. You know, the movement started with End SARS, but then not too long, it didn't take too long before people could realize that End SARS is just a part of this big giant mess we're in, right? It's like, so now people are beginning to see that the government itself is corrupt and things have to be, you can't just put a piece out and try to fix it. We have to fix the whole thing.
I think that's why also, like, other African countries have come up. You know, like, we're standing in solidarity with you guys, because it's the same thing happening in all our countries. Like Uganda, tell me about it. Something happening, right? Not exactly SARS, but like same, like insecurities, like same, you know, poverty, like same, you know, not following laws. I mean, like, if you're poor, you know what I mean? Yeah. Because after the SARS movement, I realized that even like people talking about South Africa, the rape going on in South Africa, in Congo, they're raping and killing women, and you know, like Namibia, like child labor. Like, I'm like, who is looking out for the African child? Like, what is wrong with our governments? And some governments haven't even come out to talk about what is going on in Nigeria. And I'm like, we are watching your leaders. I mean, it is your role as the government to protect your people. Like, who do you want us to protect us? I mean, we have to run to them. So again, we stand with you guys, because I mean, you're our brothers, you're our sisters, and again, it's almost the same thing going around in South Africa, in Uganda, in Kenya, in Congo, in DRC, in Zimbabwe, everywhere, right? So I mean, we want to see a better Nigeria, we want to see a better Africa and the world at large. So what is your message to Nigerians and to the young people especially? Because again, we're the change we've been waiting for. So
yeah, exactly. So my message to Nigerian first, to the youth first, and then Nigeria at large. I would say that we're not the leaders of tomorrow, we're the leaders of today. Now is the time. We've woken up, but we cannot sleep again. Our parents have they've learned to live with situation as it is, but we are saying we are not okay with this. This is not okay in any ramification, and so we have to do something about it. We cannot sit back and say, oh, I don't want to be involved. I don't want to be involved in politics. You don't have to be involved in politics directly, but there's so many ways you can be involved. You can volunteer, you can help, you can, you know, whatever career you have, I feel like would be needed for the change we're about to see, right? I feel like this time in history is very pivotal, and whatever we make of this would determine a lot of things. 2023 for Nigeria is our next election. It looks so far, but I feel like it's enough time to plan so many things, right? We're talking about healthcare, we're talking about roads, we're talking about almost everything that is affect poverty, you know? We as youth, one, we have to be involved in politics. Thank you. We have to be involved in politics, in all aspects of politics. Come election time, we are going to be counting the votes. We are going to be there when they are counting the votes. We are going to vote everywhere you are as a Nigerian. Come home and vote. You know, this is your country, regardless of whatever other citizenship you have or anything. Let's all, if it's possible, let us all come home and vote. And let's be
tell
involved.
them that their motherland is looking up to them.
Yes.
They can't let it down.
You can't let your motherland down because you're in someone else's country. You know what the rights and things you're enjoying there. Let us allow and let us pave the way so that other people can enjoy that kind of thing in our own motherland. It's been too long. We've been suffering as Africans. We're so okay with suffering, and that is not right.
It is not right.
That is not right in any way. We're humans just like any other person. And how would we be suffering in our own motherland and be okay somewhere else? That is not okay.
Exactly. And again, we are the future parents. I keep saying this, right? We can't let our motherland down. We can't let our continent down. I mean, we want to do something that our future kids will be proud of. Our future kids shouldn't have to leave their countries because of certain reasons. You know what I mean? Like, the youth, it is our time. Like, we are the future, but the future is right now.
Yeah.
It is right now.
It is right now. If Africa was, if my country was so good or your country was so good, why do people come abroad for greener pasture? If it's so green over there, we have no reason to be here anyways.
Right.
We want to develop our countries. We come here, we have ideas of what we want to do back home. We want to make it a better place. So we can't sit down. We all have to get involved one way or the other. No matter what you're doing, you can online. There's like we are in the social media age where you don't even have to move and you can make a statement online, Instagram, Twitter. We just have to, come together, not just as a Nigeria, but as Africans as a whole. Because Uganda, Congo, there's so much happening, so much injustice happening in all these countries that I feel like a movement in one, it's gonna spread.
I know that's the thing we talked about, me and my editor and my producer. Like, injustice in one place is injustice everywhere. You know what I mean? So, and again, I mean, we are one person. We are all African. We are all human beings at the very least, right? Yeah. So, it is our time right now. Mm-hmm. We are the future generation, and we can let our motherlands down. Yeah. And to the young people out there, I know they're going to silence our voices. I know they're going to tell us maybe our voices are not big enough. But if Zainab says something, I say something, Edgar says something, everybody else says something, change is going to happen. If you do, I feel like if we all play our roles, change is coming for sure. And again, we can't let our motherlands down. We can't let Africa down.
Yes.
I know it was a very emotional conversation. We could have sat there. We could have sat here the whole day if we had more time. But we don't have more time. And thanks so much for coming. Mm-hmm. Zainab has a restaurant. She feeds us with some good food, and she does so many things. These are the young people we want in the community, right? Yeah. We want young people who are doing something, in your capacity. Just do whatever you can. So I want to thank you so much for coming to the platform. We hope to see you soon. Yes. And we are praying for peace. We are praying for peace. We are praying for love. And yes, Nigerians out there, we stand with you. And let us know what you thought about the conversation. If there's something we left out, there's something you want us to discuss. You want to come to the platform to create awareness or to help out, because again, these shirts that you're putting on, one Nigerian friend, he has a clothing line. He just started it, and he said he's taking back 80% home. So I was like, us together, we should support him. So again, everybody should just do what they can. And yes, guys, today I don't have much to say. I just want to say we are praying for peace, and take care. We'll see you next time. So David, there's this thing that is going on in Nigeria, and the SARS. I'm just wondering what happened to humanity. Like, why are people so angry? And I want to tell like our brothers and sisters in Nigeria that we stand with you in solidarity. An injustice in one place is an injustice everywhere. I mean, we the young people need to raise awareness. We need to put our voices out there. So like, can you please like shed more light on it?
SARS is a special anti-robbery squad that is a section of like the police who deal with like robbery and other things. But like what's going on right now in Nigeria is that they have abused their power and they are killing people for no reason. They just profile like the youths. Like once they see you're driving a nice car or you have like dread dogs, they assume you're a fraudster and they try to extort money from you. Or some people that they've killed, like there are a lot of people that they've killed. And so now the youths in Nigeria are saying enough is enough and we need everybody to stand with us to help us fight the system, and like we want the whole section to end. Like we don't want them anymore.
So I have a question. So like these police people come out and kill the youth and no one does anything and it's okay.
And even right now the protest, and that's the scary part for me. I think that's the scary part, that we've been protesting for how many days now and our government hasn't said anything like to address the youth about it. And they are like, the generation of our parents are now fighting us and saying like, why do we want them to end? Like, what are we doing to earn all this money? But like, we're just creative. Like most of
we are very creative. People get things on Instagram,
exactly.
on YouTube,
and they're not and so they're not aware of these things, and they're like, and so like these SARS people just take advantage of like the youth and like you hear people saying, like you hear them say people's testimony where the SARS officers told them like, I'll kill you and nothing's going to happen. And it's true, like nothing is going to happen. So now we're asking the government that all these SARS officers that are involved in these things, they should be persecuted. You know,
at least they should face the law.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
They need to be held accountable for their actions.
Because at the end of the day, even if like someone makes money, whichever way they make it, like you don't have a right to kill them.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like
exactly.
take them to court, you know, like follow the rules.
So like that's what we're fighting against right now in Nigeria. And we also like stand with other countries. Like there's this femicide and the sexual abuse in Namibia, and like the silent Holocaust in Congo. I mean, all these things. It's just so sad that this is where humanity has come. Like how that you can kill somebody and go back home, like
and sleep peacefully.
Like it's crazy. So we stand with everybody, and we try to show our support in every way we can. I mean, everybody just try to show support. There are platforms where you can donate to. You can join the protest. You can use your social media platforms, or just any way that you can show that like you support this cause.
Yeah, because I think even as you sometimes have like something like that happens in Uganda. Yeah. Like the police does whatever it wants, because I mean it's the police, right? Yeah. And like sometimes they beat people, they beat women, like it's very sad. And I keep wondering, like, did you guys go to school to do a profession that you want to beat people, kill people? Which is so sad. So again, David, what do you think is our role as a young people? Because sometimes we young people try to shy away from politics because our elders have tried to make us think that maybe it's a dirty game, maybe we're not smart enough, maybe we don't understand these things, we are small boys, not knowing that even them, they started as what we are. Yeah. Like they started from where we are. I mean, I feel like we even have more experience than them because we are kind of more educated sometimes. Yeah. And then like we are even more exposed, right? Yeah. So like, what would you tell the young person out there in the camera? Like, what is their role in this whole thing?
I think right now, what we want from everybody is to speak up. Right. We want everyone to speak up. We want everybody to show support in whatever way they can. And like, we are not going to stop till something is done. Like, we'll keep on pushing for the change that we want to see in our countries. And yeah, just try and show your support in whatever way you can. If it's through your Instagram, like even one tweet, like it will go a long way in supporting the cause. Yeah, just do what you can.
And then like we've been saying, guys, like we the young people, we are the change we've been waiting for. We can't wait for outsiders to come and bring change to us, right? We have to do it ourselves. And I know it's very intimidating to do sometimes, because even just going to a protest, sometimes it's intimidating, right? But I want to tell ourselves, like, let's believe in ourselves, right? Let's not give up hope. Let's like fight so hard for better, because at the end of the day, I mean, we are the future parents. Yeah. Like, we cannot let our countries down. Yeah. We cannot let the continent down. Like, it's looking up to us, you know? We want to do something that our future self will be proud of. Yeah. You know, like the kids you're going to give birth to be proud of. We don't want to bring our kids in such an environment where there's hostility, where there's like people are doing very inhuman things. Yeah. Like What's going on? What's wrong? Anyways, David, thanks for coming again. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for like shedding light on this. We are praying and we are hoping that something happens.
Yeah.
And until something happens, we're not going to stop. We are in this together. That's why the platform is us together. We're going to do this. Everybody, just do your part. Play your part, however small it may be. I promise you, if everyone is willing to try, better days are coming. Thank you very much. Take care of yourself.